I think a couple of years back, I had a call from Excellency Remal Hashmi, and she said in the meeting, uh, would you be interested in forming a female orchestra? And I was very fascinated because I have a conservatory, started a conservatory in India 12 years back, and we've been nurturing Western classical music, Hindustani music. And so, um, in a way, I've got more close to classical music, and I have fascination of Arabic music too. So both the things of interest came together, and so that led to auditioning and setting up a team, building a studio, a scoring studio. So it's not just for performances, but for film scores, for albums, and for deep listening and workshops and many different things which sprouts from that.
So the call was to get started.
It kind of started last. I mean, even though the idea was there, the main action for this started last December, and then we started auditioning, and now we have an orchestra. We've been rehearsing for the past 3 months, and we recorded some pieces. And
How are the rehearsals going?
it's interesting because in my I record with the London Film Orchestra, then Prague Symphony, and then Seattle Symphony, and I worked with all these orchestras, and there's men and women, of course, in that. And here we have classically trained musicians and also Arabic classical, and then folk musicians. So um, we're still trying to get all the arrangements close to how it should sound, because all these extraordinary soloists are there, like Kanun and Ney and Bazouk and these Arabic instruments, and we want to integrate them in a way where it really complements Western classical music. Not for every piece, but for some of the pieces which we picked, and it's really interesting. We released a promo of the Turkish March by Mozart, and it seems to be liked by everyone so far.
So can I ask?
The idea of having Firdaus Orchestra is actually a statement. It's an inspiration. It's a statement to demolish all these negative thoughts or negative narratives about Middle Eastern people, and because they say music is banned and women can't come out and play music, so we are talking about women forming an orchestra and entertaining everyone in a most pure way, and we're building the studio, and most of the thoughts actually come from the orchestra. The Turkish March was initiated by Sahar, who plays the Kanun, and she was playing one day, and I said, why don't we make this an orchestral piece, because you're playing Mozart on the Kanun, and I've never heard that before. Let the whole world hear it. And then there was Hanan, who was playing Bazouk, and she was playing her own compositions, and I've checked with Yasmina. I said, why don't we take that and make into a whole orchestral piece? So we have a lovely team. We have the conductor Yasmina, we have a creative consultant Maisa, and of course great solo players from this part of the region. And so this orchestra is actually an inspiration for the younger generation who are taking up music, the younger generation who wants to take art as the major subject and change the world for the good. Um, the whole world is going to be here. The most important people of the world are going to be in the Expo, and I felt like, and the whole team, we Expo and me, we felt like this is a great statement, and they will get their exposure. It's going to change a lot of views of how people from here, artists from this region, are portrayed, and also we're looking for creating something really, really original from the heart of these people, not just thrust something which is already there and make them a replica of something else, but they're going to be trying to push the individualities. In the world of post-world of COVID, and we all suffered, and every nation suffered, but when I came here, I felt like they've dealt with it in the most brilliant way, and people are normal. They go into restaurants, they go to theaters. We rehearse with the thing. They've formed a nice protocol where everybody's cooperating and the world is functioning here. So that is a very energizing thing for me coming from a place where scores of people died in India, and to come from there to get your gears back again into action, into music and art and functioning was great. So I felt like come here and see how it functions, come here and see how this orchestra is going to perform, come back to real life again, and the most inspiring people from the orchestra. So